Welcome back to the National Training Center here in Clearmont, Florida, the site of the 2012 FHSAA softball finals. Tonight, it's a Class 7A semifinal between the Yellow Jackets of Bartow and the Timberwolves of Tallahassee Chiles. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Rideout along with Don Stratton as we welcome you to our fourth and final game here on day number 5. And, well, we've been talking about this earlier, Don, that we were looking forward to this game, but the last game was a pretty good one, too, a 10-inning game, our longest game as far as innings go this week.
Well, you had both. The game preceding that was longest in time-wise, probably.
Right.
Where
we've been pushed back today.
Tampa Chamberlain came back, and this score was not vindictive of the closeness of the ball game. And then this last one was just what we kind of thought one would be, a great pitcher's duel.
So now we're ready for a 1 versus 2 matchup. Tallahassee Chiles ranked number 1 according to the Miracle Sports poll, and Bartow ranked number 2. For the right to play number 3, Chamberlain, which was a 13-8 winner earlier today in the Class 7A championship tomorrow night. Let's give you the starting lineups for our visitors, the Yellow Jackets of Bartow, who come in with a record of 26-4 under Glenn Rutenbar, who won 5 state championships in a row. He's in his 26th year as the head coach. We'll go through the lineup after this first pitch, as the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's called a ball. 1-0. Wanda Darby, the senior center fielder, leading things off. Batting second and playing at first base, number 1, Danielle Yost. Batting third and catching, number 3, Shelby Duncan. The shortstop, number 4, Tony Fabrizi, bats cleanup. Batting fifth in left field, number 15, Cheyenne Blaha. Batting sixth at third base, number 5, Rachel Emig. Batting seventh in right field, number 13, Taylor Wagner. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 17, Mackenzie Brown. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 6, Dion Davis. And in the circle, Samantha Martin, who has fallen behind in the count. 3 balls and no strikes here in the top of the first inning to the first batter, Darby. As that is a strike there, and it's now 3-1.
Wanda's headed to Bethune-Cookman to play a little softball when she's done at the high school.
Here's a look at our starting pitcher, Samantha Martin. 3-1 pitch. Throw a little high from shortstop and in time. 6-3 on the putout for the first out of the ball game. Meanwhile, Samantha Martin, 17-1 on the year. 22nd game of the season, her 19th start in 123 and 2/3 innings pitched. She's allowed 76 hits, 14 earned runs, 38 walks, and 181 strikeouts in those 123 innings pitched. A .79 ERA with 7 shutouts on the year. And this is Danielle Yost, the first baseman, here in the top of the first inning. Again, just underway as the 0-1 pitch.
And we're past the breezy point now. It's just pure out windy.
Yeah, and blowing right to left here at the ballpark. We've seen 3 home runs, but those were hit in the game before our 2-1 extra inning, 10-inning game. Bishop Snyder going to play for the 3A championship.
It wouldn't surprise me to see some here because both these teams got some hitters. It's upper class with athlete-wise, and the wind's gusting out to left if you get it up at all.
Danielle Yost second on the team with 26 ribbies, batting .355 on the year, 2 doubles and 3 triples.
Another pitchers, 2 great teams, but 2 great pitchers tonight. So
first year starting for Danielle, and she hits this one foul. For 2 years, she's been coming off the bench, but she's a really hard worker, according to her coach. Great kid. And probably appreciates it because she has had to work for it. As that one is swung on and hit out of play right side. Look out, Van over there.
I think she's played about 4 or 5 positions since in her 3 years here. So
she can play anywhere but pitcher. Backup catcher, played the outfield her freshman year. Defense is her strongest suit, but the offense starting to catch up a little bit. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yost. 1 out, nobody on base. Again, just underway here in the Class 7A semifinals. As the next pitch is popped up and right to the catcher, Austin West, for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, and that will bring up Shelby Duncan, the catcher.
Shelby started in the outfield all 3 years, and our catcher graduated, went on to Santa Fe, and Shelby stepped in this year and has done a marvelous job.
Shelby is signed with Indian River Community College, best hitter all year long. She leads the team in hits, ribbies, average, and triples. Extremely hot the first 2/3 of the season, but it's cooled off a little bit, but still hadn't cooled off a whole lot, batting .500, has she?
No, she was flirting with 600 for quite a while there, so.
She's ahead in the count with 2 outs.
She's one of the captains, and at Bartow, he lets the captains dictate a lot of things. They pick which uniform you're wearing when. And
you mentioned the departure of the catcher now at Santa Fe. She's stepped in to fill that role after being in the outfield for 3 years. Very versatile player. May or may not catch in college. The 2-1 pitch with 2 outs. Called a strike, 2-2.
Shelby played up here for Dot Richardson and Dot's Diamonds when she was younger.
Oh, wow,
okay. Travel ball, so kind of a little connection here to the complex.
The 2-2 pitch from Samantha Martin.
It's got a decent changeup that Bartow's going to have to learn how to lay off of it.
3-2 now from Samantha Martin. Three-two pitch popped up. This one playable down the line at third base, but they dropped the ball. That's a foul ball, though. Duncan had ended up at second base, but she's going to have to come back to the plate.
Tell you, that's the second time in 3 games we've seen them be right on the call and do it quickly and loudly.
Our umpires for today, you see the home plate umpire, Chris Kroon. At first base, Paul Stitcher. And over at third base, Jeff Becker. They are from the Broward County Athletic Association. This one is hit down the left field line. Base hit, extra bases. Duncan goes into second with a stand-up double. Well, she was only practicing.
And that's why she's been the leader all year.
She ends up at second after all. Here's the freshman cleanup batter, the shortstop, Tony Fabrizi. Fabrizi, very talented player, according to Coach Rutenbar. Swing and a foul ball at the first pitch, strike 1.
Tony struggled a little bit in the first of the year getting adapted, but since right before the district has really come on.
According to Coach Rutenbar, has all the talents in the world, all the tools, a good student, got some pop despite her size. She's tied for the team lead with 8 doubles, batting just under 300, 296 on the year. Again, just a freshman, very talented freshman. The 1-1 pitch, little soft liner over to shortstop. The catch is made by Katie Baker, and I had failed to set the defense in the top of the first, but I'll set it when we come back in the second inning. In the inning, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Bartow nothing. Chiles coming to bat. The Timberwolves 27-2 on the year. Coached by Adam Rich in his 5th year. This is how they will start out. At third base, number 1, A.J. Hamilton. Batting second at second base, number 2, Aaron Clinny. The shortstop, number 3, Katie Baker, bats third. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 9, Austin West. Batting 5th and playing in left field, number 22, Lindsey Worm. Batting 6th, the first baseman, number 12, Anna Martin. Batting 7th, the designated player, number 15, Allison Van Atta. Batting 8th in right field, number 4, Justine O'Connell. And batting 9th, the center fielder, number 25, Kayla Yunker.
Mike, don't do a shout out to Beef O'Brady's in Bartow. They've hooked up the computer system to the big screen, and the people who couldn't make it up in Bartow are watching.
So they're watching our feed here tonight. That's awesome. Well, hello, Beef O'Brady's. So. Best wings in town, I always say. Former corporate partner of the FHSAA, by the way. Like to see those guys get back on board. Let's set the defense for the Yellow Jackets. In the infield, left to right, Rachel Emick is at third base. Tony Fabrizi is at short. Deion Davis is second, and Danielle Yost at first. Shelby Duncan behind the plate catching. In the outfield, left to right, Cheyenne Blaha, Wanda Darby, and Taylor Wagner. Lauren West in the circle, number 14. And primarily a senior-laden team. As you look at Chiles 1 through 9 in the starting lineup, they've got 5 seniors who bat top 6 in the order. A.J. Hamilton will lead things off. Hamilton batting .482, 7 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs. Very windy night. As I mentioned, the wind blowing right to left, blowing out in left field.
Been a pleasant day, though. You haven't felt the heat at all, thank heavens. But
yes, you're right about that. The sun could have made it very warm, but the wind kept us cooled off. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Hamilton.
It's about what we guessed in a packed house tonight, too.
There's the numbers on Bartow's Lauren West, 17-2 on the year. Her 23rd appearance, her 20th start, as that one is fouled back. In 130 innings pitched, she's allowed 26 earned runs. She's walked only 25 and struck out 148. She comes in with a 1.40 ERA. She'll go inside as much as she can, and she goes inside but high there. And it's now 1-2. She has a rise ball, nothing fancy. 15-2 last year, 17-2 this year. Basically an unknown last year. This year has had some ups and downs according to her coach, but a big swing and a miss, and that's the first strikeout of the ball game.
Lauren, they had a big article on the paper, said she kind of likes the pressure of playing in the games like this. That she thinks it makes her concentrate more.
Well, she's definitely got a big-time environment to pitch in. We're at the National Training Center in Clearmont, and we have a great crowd on hand for this one. Here's the next batter. Aaron Clinny popped up to second. A diving catch made by Davis. Two outs in the first. Nice play by Davis.
When that was hit,
just a sophomore.
She took off in a sprint.
So 2 outs for another sophomore, Katie Baker. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1.
Interesting story on the Bartow with pinstripes. They have about 4 uniforms, orange and blue, kind of similar to the Gators. They don't wear these until the district, and once they start wearing them, that's it. Kind of superstitious, I guess.
Quickly, 0-2 to Baker. No balls, 2 strikes on Katie Baker, a sophomore. That's up high for a ball. Baker, pedigreed for softball, according to Coach Rich. Her mom pitched at FSU. Her dad, Chip, was an assistant baseball coach for many years at Florida State. I believe 15 years. One of the best athletes on the team. She'll go get balls that no one else would try to get to. Makes phenomenal plays. Led off last year as a freshman. Had 6 home runs. Leads the team this year in runs scored and RBIs. In fact, Coach Rich was telling me he now wears a helmet, as that one came inside and hit her. But you'll notice Coach Rich down at third base, he told me that he wears that helmet because of her. He got hit against Fort Walton Beach, and then she put it up on YouTube. He hit her in the back. There he is right there with that helmet on at third base. She's got one of the quickest hands with the bat, but she's at first base after getting hit by a pitch.
Coach Rootbar's out there. I think he thought it hit the bat.
So he's probably going to ask for help here.
He's asking him to help. And I'm not so sure the umpire's not supposed to go down and ask, not have the coach go down and ask.
Yeah, usually the umpires get together.
Yeah.
So Coach Rutenbar does not win that argument. I mentioned Coach Rutenbar and the job that he has done at Bartow with the 5 consecutive state championships. Boy, this wind really blowing hard. And our apologies if you're picking up the wind at home, but we have the wind just blowing directly into our back. And it's non-stop, folks.
Yeah, it's probably picked up, huh?
It's picked up
25,
more than
30 miles an hour.
Yeah. Here's Austin West, the senior catcher, as she hits this one over to third. The throw across in time. 5-3 on the putout, and that will do it for the Timberwolves here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, a hit batsman, and 1 left on base. So we've played 1. We're scoreless here in Clearmont. Bartow and Chiles right here on the FHSAA network. Mike Rideout along with Don Stratton.
Coach has started a softball. We have travel ball teams down there. And he has a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14, and 2 high school teams that play throughout the year. So.
Wow, okay. A lot of Bartow fans, as you could imagine. Not that far of a trip for Bartow.
They have there one of the few high schools that have reserve seating that you pay for.
Really? Wow.
Regular chairs.
That's great.
There's about 30 of those, and then the back bleachers are all reserve seating.
In all, 6 state championships for Bartow. How about 684 wins for Glenn Rutenbar in his 26th year? They were state runners-up last year. State champs in 2006, but also 2005, 2004, 2003, 2002. And they were state runners-up in 2001 and state champions in 2000.
And
also state runners-up in 1999, 1998, and so on, as the commercial used to say. Unbelievable program. Bartow in the Lakeland area. 26-4 this year. They send up 5, 6, and 7 in the top of the second inning. And Cheyenne Blaha leads off. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Chiles, though, 27-2 this year. Their only losses coming to Florida High, 4-1. Florida High is here in the Final Four this week. And they also lost by 1 run to Wakulla, 4-3. And that's it.
They had a quiet season at first, and then kind of got everybody's attention maybe about five, 6 weeks ago. And Dana with Miracle Sports started moving them up. They just kind of crept up there and earned the #1 spot.
This is their first ever appearance in the state semifinals. That one fouled back by Blaha. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And I talked to Coach Rich about getting here and about the season. He said it's been a great year. They knew they had the talent, thought that they would have gone further actually last year, but a great year offensively. Pitching's been better. They bettered themselves the last 2 years. They've been to the Elite Eight twice. They've had the talent in the past, but have never been able to get there until this year. They finally broke through for their first ever appearance. Not sure what the discussion is here now.
Well, the Coach Rich is out there. These umpires are going to have their hands full with these 2 coaches because they're going to be on them and question everything.
Were they arguing whether that last one was a strike? There's a strike called, but I had 2-2. They changed it to 3-1, so I'm guessing it was an illegal pitch.
Yeah.
So it was 3-1 and now 3-2. The 3-2 pitch hit just foul over the third base side.
I hate to see them call the illegal pitch when they get to this level. We've had a couple years ago something like 13 were called in one game. It's just,
and a lot of times you don't even see them called until you get to this point.
And it just, yeah, exactly. How do you pitch all year long?
Right.
And how you be 27-2 and get called?
I don't understand it either. I mean, three balls, two strikes, the 3-2 pitch. And that one, I believe, went off the glove of the pitcher. And she threw her out from second base. Well, if the pitcher did touch it, it would be scored 1-4-3. So there's one out now for Rachel Emig. Emig, a junior, playing at third base. First pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. Rachel batting .347 on the year. Hits that one high in the air, but behind home plate and out of play. Emig tied for the team lead with 8 doubles. She actually leads the team in home runs with 2. They've only hit 3 as a team this year.
And got them both in the same game.
In the same game.
Didn't start the game.
Wow.
One of those, evidently got his
Well, what do you think Rutenbar's questioning there?
I'm not so sure they didn't call it an illegal again. I'm not.
Interesting.
And that, well, my guess is that's exactly what he called, because here comes Coach Rich. And I can just tell you what he's saying. How do we play 29 games and get 2 called in the second inning right off the bat?
According to Coach Rutenbar, Emig has as much natural God-given talent as anybody. She can throw, she has good hands, a good bat, a good glove, very talented player. As this one's hit behind home plate, that's out of play. So the count 1-2 with 1 out, nobody on base. Top of the second, no score. As that one misses a little bit high and a little bit outside.
And he's not giving a lot of signals, so he's making our scoreboard operator work extra hard this game.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to be on top of it with all the illegal pitches.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch is a base hit into left field. Second hit of the game for the Yellow Jackets. A 1-out single, and that'll bring up senior right fielder Taylor Wagner.
Her father is from Wagner Bail Bonds. He handles all the fundraising on the fences and selling the signs and everything. She's going to Central Florida, right down the road, I guess.
Signed with UCF. Her third year starting. Started hot and struggled, but this week, according to the coach, been swinging the bat well. Also good speed, 12 stolen bases this year. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, first base side, but this one will get out of play.
If we didn't have the wind, it would be the perfect night for softball.
Yeah.
Probably not a cloud in the sky, or if we could, like you say, just maybe turn it down 2 notches.
Yeah, just bring it down a little bit. I'm okay with some wind, but you know, it's blowing hard.
Yeah, you can hear it through the...
Probably hear it on our microphones with it blowing at our back. The 0-2 pitch is down low, ball 1. Samantha Martin looking for her first strikeout of the game. Well, we had, I think, a combined 28 strikeouts in the last game. Bishop Snyder won 2-1 in extra innings. Swung on, popped up. That one's going to get out of play. So Bishop Snyder will now play American Heritage for the 3A championship. They win in 10 innings, which is one of the reasons we're off schedule. We had a game earlier today,
and they won it. That was a great thing.
And they won it.
They didn't give it away. It wasn't on the air.
Yep. As
Purely
this one
one
is fouled off. A couple of baseball scores rolling in, final scores in region final action. And this is for the right to go to Port St. Lucie for the FHSAA baseball finals. Bishop Moore of Orlando has defeated Williston 9-3, so the Hornets advance to the state tournament. Also, Union County going to the finals for the first time since 1976 as they win tonight over the Villages. They win it by the final score of 4-0. Out on strikes is Wagner, so there's the first strikeout of the game for Samantha Martin. And another final, Jacksonville Providence in Class 3A defeated PK Young of Gainesville 7-1. So the Stallions going back to the finals. Here's Mackenzie Brown, the designated player.
Another freshman for Coach.
That one's taken up high for a ball. 1-1. This is one position, the designated player, where Coach Rudbar was honest and told me this is a position where I just don't know what I'll get.
No, that's true. Mackenzie and Taylor Pittman been going back and forth, and one would get hot, then the other one would get hot. So
yeah, Taylor was a designated player earlier in the year. She's a sophomore. That one's taken high for a ball. 2-2.
Mackenzie got hot right before the district, and I don't know that she's been hot. Our coach is a little superstitious too, changing the lineup. But
called strike 3, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts for Samantha Martin, and that will do it for the Yellow Jackets here in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Mike Rideout, Don Stratton here in the Class 7A state semifinals. Scoreless game as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 2 games on tap tomorrow, the 3A and 7A championships. And then on Mother's Day, and by the way, a very special happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Good day to watch softball, though, on a Mother's Day, and 4 games on tap on Sunday. You can watch all the games right here on the FHSAA network. So as we head now to the bottom of the second inning, the Timberwolves will send up batters 5, 6, and 7. Lindsey Worm, a senior, will lead things off.
a lot of people lined up at the concessions. My guess is it's hot chocolate or coffee.
It's actually starting to cool off now enough for that. I don't know if it would have been, probably ice cream would have been the better thing earlier today, but now it's actually getting a little cool with that wind blowing the way it is. First pitch from Lauren West, a swing and a miss. Worm swinging for the fences, strike one. Lauren West with a strikeout in the first inning. Worm, the left fielder, behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And on 3 pitches, West gets Worm. 1 away.
You were just dying to say that, weren't you? That set it up, boy.
Second strikeout for Lauren West. Here's Anna Martin. First baseman, another senior. First pitch inside. It brushes her off, ball 1. Wow. West just blowing up by him now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Anna Martin has signed with Gulf Coast Community College, a very solid bat, batting .417 and a doubles machine, 12 on the year. One of the bigger sticks on the team. home runs are down because she isn't a line drive hitter, or because she is rather a line drive hitter. A 3-year starter, second team All-State last year, All Big Bend 2 years running. Only 1 error all of last year, 7 in 2 years. 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lauren West. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. That will bring up Allison Vanata, the designated player, a sophomore. Pitch missed for a ball, 1-0. Timeout called. Definitely going to try to find me some more paperweights.
Somebody got their signals crossed, I think, there or something.
Oh.
Looked like the catcher went out. Shelby Duncan went out there first. The coach came out to... and we may have had a illegal pitch called again.
Okay.
Coach is out there, and I don't think he's trading addresses for Christmas cards.
We've had a number of illegal pitches already. And this one, a good bunt down the first base line, but it rolls foul. Got to pull my keys out. That's another paperweight. That's my 4th paperweight. Swing and a miss. And quickly, Vanata behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vanata batting .274 on the year, 5 doubles. 2-2 now.
Yes, sir.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. How about striking out the side? 4 strikeouts in the game for Lauren West. A 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the second. We are scoreless as we head to the top of the third here at the National Training Center in Clearmont. So far, just 1 hit in the game, and that was by Rachel Emig in the second inning for Bartow.
2 hits. Shelby Duncan got 1.
That's right. They've got. We'll have to get that corrected. My apologies. Thanks for the correction, Don. Shelby had that double down the left field line. They've got it wrong on both scoreboards. Not only our scoreboard, but the main scoreboard.
I think we had it up there at first. We might have changed it.
And we may have changed it just because the scoreboard has 1 hit.
Scoreboard.
So, but we're right. We're in agreement. 2 hits in the game for Bartow now. A single and a double. Well, we head now to the top of the third, and Bartow will get the top of the lineup back up as Deion Davis, Wanda Darby, and Danielle Yost come to the plate. That's 9-1-2. Someone's got a blanket wrapped around them, so that might give you an indication of the fact that it is cooling off here tonight.
Well, it's not the guys who dress up from Bartow, that's for sure.
Right. First pitch to Davis, called a strike, 0-1. Davis, the second baseman, pops this one up behind home plate. Davis started in center field as a freshman. But after the loss of the second baseman, came in to play second base. So she's moved infield. Has speed, best on the team. 14 stolen bases. Gets on base and scores runs. Good job defensively too. I was talking to Coach Rutenbar about the talent he lost. He mentioned they lost the catcher, first baseman, second baseman, shortstop, center fielder, all who are in college now from last year, all but one play, as that was a little soft liner to the pitcher.
Yeah, the center fielder could have gone, but wanted to go to medical school.
That's great.
So
can't fault her for that.
No, that's...
See a couple people now with blankets. We head to the top of the order. Here's Wanda Darby. The center fielder is 0 for 1. Ground out to short. And the first pitch slapped almost over the head of Clinty, who was playing in, but she makes the play on to first. 4-3 on the putout, and there's 2 away. Well, that wind really has picked up since earlier today.
Yeah, what was it? The 2 o'clock game we had it, and it was kind of coming straight in from right. Then it gradually went from right to left. Breeze, a mild breeze, but this is a win.
2 outs. Yost tried to hold up with a swing, but first pitch a strike.
If we had a shot of the flag, it's just full bellowing out there.
Yeah, it really is out there in right field. 2-out pitch. That's called a strike.
We kind of get a look in from right field to Danielle. Kind of peeking over the shoulder of number 4 there.
There's that flag. You see the wind really blowing today, right to left. Nice job, guys. That one, well, it stayed fair.
And
you
that's
know why? Because of the wind.
Yeah.
That ball was going to go foul, but the wind's going right to left.
It held right there.
That's right. So that's a base hit for Yost.
Can you take advantage of Mother Nature?
Here's Shelby Duncan. If she can get another ball out to the outfield, she might have a chance. She had a double down the left field line back in the first. So Bartow with a runner at first and 2 outs. The first pitch to Duncan. Misses for ball 1. Shelby Duncan signed with Indian River.
Shelby played left field last year.
In fact, a 3-year starter in the outfield. One ball, 1 strike to Duncan. That one misses for ball 2, 2-1. Samantha Martin has had some back trouble, which is why she hasn't been batting. Pitches between 62, 63 miles an hour. Took the team to the Elite 8 2 years ago. Got a nasty changeup. And if it's on, according to her coach, she can be as good as anybody.
We saw the changeup earlier. It was quite impressive.
Her curveball is actually her best pitch. And according to a coach, just a battler. 3 balls, 1 strike. As this one is fouled off. Left side. No question, it's a predominant Bartow crowd tonight. Very vocal.
They
3-2 pitch, line drive, ground ball, base hit into center field. Runners at first and second.
Well, the seniors having a senior kind of state tournament, huh?
2 for 2 for Duncan.
Bartow probably averages, I'm going to say, between 500 and 700 people for their home games.
Wow,
so
that's
kinda
impressive.
Intimidating and it's a smaller version stadium of this. A lot of the kids drive their pickups and just surround the outfield with it.
That's awesome.
And make noise, so it's kind of intimidating to a lot of teams.
Here's Tony Fabrizi, the freshman shortstop. First pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. I asked Coach Rutenbar, I said, what's your secret? I mean, you won 5 championships in a row. You're back in the finals again. There's a base hit. This will probably play to run. The throw to the plate, not in time, and the Yellow Jackets take a 1-0 lead. The freshman comes through with a base hit. We'll see if they give her credit for a
RBI,
double or a single, and then taking throw on the second on the throw, which is probably what they'll give her. But it is a base hit and an RBI.
Coach works a lot on the fundamentals, a lot.
Well, getting back to what I was saying about, you know,
there's the skin teams that they'll make a lap around the field.
Oh, that's great. You can see them there in the middle of your picture over now on the right-hand side. The guys that are all decked out today are jogging around. That's great. But asking Coach Rutenbar, I said, Coach, what's your secret? He said, we just had good kids who work hard.
Well, he's kind of modest. We've had some, we had a coach there for 26 years. We just lost one of his assistants that was there with him 19 years, passed away. And Coach Hal's probably been there 17 years.
And that helps, having assistants with you that long.
And then you have about 7 young ladies who come back and help with the JV and the overall program.
So a lot of support.
Coach has a meeting with the parents and said, I hope you'll drop them off. Let me make good ball players out of them and even better young ladies when I'm done. So
1-1 pitch, called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 run in. Bartow leads it 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Fabrizi and Blaha have been our 2 hot hitters.
As that one is going to miss for ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Hit left side. Going to be a tough play, and we had an interference with the runner, but 2 runs will score on the play. Also a throw that's going to allow the runner to get to second.
They won't call it now if they didn't call it then, I don't think.
They're going to get together, though, and discuss this, because there was no question there was interference.
Somebody bumped into somebody out there. You're right.
And now they're going to ask for help.
Well, you're going to see one of these coaches come out unglued here.
Yeah.
Coach Rich hoping they make the right call.
He's out. I think it's a good call.
And there goes Coach Rutenbar.
Oh, yeah. He's he's going to go to the home plate umpire, Chris Kroon, and argue this. So that negates the run.
And how do you,
or runs plural?
How do you score that on the batter?
Well, that'd be a runner's interference.
Yeah.
So in the inning, they do get the 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors. 2 left on base, as Glenn Rutenbar argues that last call, runner's interference.
And he's not arguing right now, but he's getting to that point.
Yeah, probably just saying, you know.
How can you not call it at first?
Yeah. But the Yellow Jackets take the first lead of the game, 1-0. As the Yellow Jackets take the field.
Coach is not done as he's having the third third base umpire still come over.
So now he's having a conversation with Jeff Becker. I think it was the right call. I mean, there was obviously a collision there.
I think Coach is saying, if it was the call, why did you have to meet and call it? Just guesstimating.
Well, maybe.
And I don't know that he's going to win this.
The person that was supposed to make that call didn't see it,
and you maybe
and ask for help from the other umpires who did see it.
A break for Chiles, regardless.
Yes. Absolutely, because Bartow had a little momentum there in that inning. But as I said, they still played it a run, and they take the first lead of the ball game. And here in the bottom of the third, let's see what Chiles does as they send up 8, 9, and 1. Justin O'Connell, junior right fielder, will lead things off against Lauren West, who has struck out 4. She struck out the side last inning, and she picks up right where she left off as she blows it by O'Connell for strike 1. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2.
They seem to be having a little difficulty timing her right now. I don't know if it's because she's running it in on them or what, but
right field has been a rotating position for Chiles. Called strike 3. O'Connell out on strikes. 4 strikeouts in a row for West, and there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the third inning. So 1 out, nobody on base for Kayla Junker, the best defensive outfielder on the team. This one's popped up, and the first baseman, Yost, will make the catch. And there's 2 away.
So I'm Chiles, Coach. I'm going to try to tell him that you might want to take a couple pitches because you're making these innings awful quick.
That's 3 pitches, 2 outs. Top of the order, here's A.J. Hamilton. She struck out swinging back in the first. First pitch, that one hit foul first base side off the first base dugout.
Well, we're maybe making up for your last 2 games because this one seems to be going fairly quick.
Well, the other one was too, and we ended up in 10 innings.
Yeah, that's
so you never can tell.
True.
A.J. Hamilton is signed with Georgia Southern as a catcher, and she's going to be safe at first base.
That was an error on West.
First error of the ball
couldn't
game.
find the handle.
And that'll bring up Aaron Clenny, the second baseman. By the way, one more note about A.J. Hamilton, who just got on base. She's also the quarterback of the flag football team, quarterbacked the team to the regional semifinals. Swing and a miss by Clenny. She was the one that popped up, Clenny, who's at the plate now, popped up to second. Davis came in and made that diving catch back in the first inning. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch from West. Inside for a ball, the throw to second, and safe at second. Looked like Hamilton just got under the tag. It'll be a stolen base.
Not a bad throw and not a bad tag.
16 stolen bases now for A.J. Hamilton. The pitch to Clenny is up high for a ball. 2 outs with a runner at second for the Timberwolves. They trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. The 2-2 pitch. Inside for a ball, 3-2. Swing and a miss. West gets another strikeout. She strikes out 2 in the inning. 6 now for the game. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. As Lauren West has struck out 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Bartow leading at 1-0. They will send up 6, 7, and 8. Mike Rideout, Don Stratton here in the Class 7A state semifinals. The winner of this game will get Chamberlain. Tampa Chamberlain, a 13-8 win today over Cooper City. They trailed that game 8-4.
And folks, if you're a fan of softball, you need to go back and watch that one, because it wasn't a 13-8 game.
It was
for a long
8-4, and then the girl's name escapes me now.
Gonzalez
hit a grand slam to make it 8-all. She added another home run. She drove in 8 in the game.
And I saw the college coach, Ray Seymour, I was telling you about, from Hillsboro.
Okay.
And he said, "That's my girl." I said, "Yeah, we were talking about her on the thing." He said, "That might be some kind of record." And I said, and I was going to look it up and didn't. But we said the same thing. She had a heck of a ball game.
Absolutely. So Chamberlain awaits the winner tomorrow night. Rachel Emig leading things off. She's 1 for 1. Single to left field back in the second. And that one hit well to left field. That one is off the fence. Emig's going to go into second with a stand-up double. 2 for 2 for the junior.
I think you might see a pinch runner for her. Maybe not. Here again, what Coach said, she's got all the ability and the doubles, and that just didn't get it up enough. It had enough pop, but just didn't get.
Even with the wind, you're right. If she just gets it up a little bit higher, that ball's out of here. 6th hit of the day for the Yellow Jackets, as this one is bunted foul by Wagner for strike 1. Taylor struck out swinging back in the second. One of only 2 seniors in the starting lineup.
Yeah, they got actually 3. Wanda Darby, Taylor, and Shelby Duncan. I think earlier they announced Shelby as
a sophomore,
so
she's a senior. Okay, my apologies. Pitch is inside for a ball. Wagner in right field.
And she started there last year.
She is signed with UCF. That one hit out of play, right side. Wagner also with good speed.
UCF has bleacher type seating at their softball complex. Taylor's dad has one of the chair seatings that's a reserve. He said he has told the coach he'll start working on the fundraiser for the new chairs.
Popped up to second. Plenty will make the catch. He doesn't get the runner at second, but there's your first out of the inning. So 1 gone. As you see, the second baseman, Aaron Clenny. And that will bring up Mackenzie Brown, the designated player.
This is my granddaughter. She doesn't like me to say that because I kind of critique her swings and all. Bush, I was going to say she held up on that changeup, but it looked like she fooled her and got a strike on that changeup.
Yeah, nothing in 2. 1 out. Bartow with a runner in scoring position. They plated a run last inning. They've had a hit in every inning. Base hit to center field. They're going to, no, they were going to wave her home, but then held her up. Coach Rutenbar put the brakes on for Emig at third base. So.
And there he's got his production from his freshman, so you know.
Yeah, big hit. Not only a freshman, but the 8th hitter in the lineup.
And you get your 2 speeds up, so that's a.
So runners on the corners.
You may see
out.
Brittany Meadows run for Rachel. Number 11 will go in for Rachel. This was probably the third quickest person they have on the team.
Okay.
So my guess is, because anybody's going to score on a hit, we're there for if we happen to get a pass ball.
So Brittany Meadows running at third base.
Coach likes to do the delayed steal we talked about earlier too, where he'd send McKenzie down slowly, hoping to get a play, and Brittany will come in.
Last year, Bartow 28-2, but in the championship didn't do that well.
Went cold.
Lost to Niceville 2-1, and that was after they beat nationally ranked Eastlake, which was 30-0, 4-0. Throw home. They got the runner caught in the pickle now, but she's going to get back safely.
And that's why you put the runner in. Fielder's choice, I guess, but
yeah, it'll be a fielder's choice for Davis, and now the bases are loaded.
And there's probably the difference, the quickness of Brittany. We're able to commit and then get back, because she would have been out.
We head to the top of the order. Here's senior Wanda Darby, the center fielder, 0 for 2.
And this is where your seniors are supposed to come through here.
Timeout called as Coach Rich, goes out to the mound, or to the circle.
Brittany Meadows, that's in running, is also a freshman for Coach. And he actually came and got them off the travel team about 2 years ago, started playing with the younger team.
I asked Coach Rutenbar about Chiles, and he mentioned the fact that they had 23 home runs. He said, I don't know what kind of fence they've got out there in Tallahassee.
He told the kids, I probably shouldn't do this. I don't know how we practice against home runs, so we'll just do our normal practice.
Right. He said, in fact, Rutenbar told me of all the great teams that he's had, the most home runs he's had as a team was 8. In his field is 215 feet.
Yeah. The 2 or 3 of them in Polk County are really big, and then the rest of them are fairly small, the 200 and all.
But again, I know it's kind of cliche, but he said the team that is going to play the best is probably the team that's going to win.
And he's faced them from all. He's faced Lakewood Ranch. He's faced Ugali.
Well, and he did add that
Chamberlain.
He said, I don't feel like Bartow's played its best game yet.
No, we've said that all along. But after you've had 5 that went off and played, then they were hitters. This one was like, God almighty, how are we going to replace that? How are we going to replace that? You're 1 game away from being right where they were.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded for Bartow. The Yellow Jackets lead it 1-0. That one's fouled off again. Bartow batting in the top of the 4th inning.
All year long, it's been a different group that carries us. It's been the bottom for a couple games there, and then other than Shelby and Danielle Yost have been pretty consistent all year long.
You just got to look at a good look at Wanda Darby. We mentioned earlier has signed with Bethune-Cookman. She takes that one outside and low. Lead off a new role for Darby, who possesses good speed. The 1-2 pitch from Samantha Martin.
Oh, that was up.
Brushed her off the plate a little bit inside.
That might have been one you didn't want to.
Martin has not walked a batter. She has struck out 2.
I wouldn't want to take one from either one of these pitchers.
The 2-2 pitch. That one gets through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll hold the other runner at third. A base hit and an RBI for Darby. It's now 2-0 Bartow.
That's what we referred to. Your seniors are supposed to do that.
There they go. It's lap time.
Yep. and they paint themselves different almost every game.
Now, what if they score again? Do they just keep running?
Yeah, they'll just keep going. But you notice the laps have gotten shorter.
Oh, well, that's no fair.
Yeah.
That's boo. All right, here's Danielle Yost.
They must be anticipating a big inning.
Base is still loaded. Change up. I think she got a piece of it. She did and fouled it off. Strike one. Yost had an infield hit, a ball that was hit down the first base line, but because the wind's blowing right to left, it kept it fair. 1 for 2 in the game. Reaches for that one, swings and misses for strike. Actually, strike two, or three rather. She was behind 0-2. My apologies. So another strikeout for Martin, her third of the game, and she tries to work out of a jam.
And Miss Dependable up with bases loaded.
Shelby Duncan, who's 2 for 2.
Your leading hitter, your leading RBI person, and you couldn't ask for anything more if you scripted it as a coach.
Bases loaded with 2 outs, and that one a little soft liner to shortstop. The catch is made by Baker, and that will end the threat here in the fourth. However, Bartow plates a run as they get 3 hits in the inning. They've had 8 for the game now. 3 hits this inning, 3 hits last inning. And also think about it too, Don, a good base running by Meadows, who almost got caught. If she gets thrown out, they don't get a run in the inning.
Yeah, coach put her in, and I was thinking it was maybe for a pass ball and all, but what it turned out to be, she took off, I guess, realized she couldn't make it, and her quickness allowed her to get back, like you say, and prevent a rally killing base running error, I guess you would say.
All right, so 3 left on base. Bartow is stranded 7 through 4, but again, a 2-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Don't forget, 2 games on tap tomorrow. We got the 3A championship game at 4:05, the 7A championship at 7:05. And then we've got 4 games coming up on Sunday. Our schedule for Sunday at noon, it'll be Class 8A, Miami Palmetto and Jupiter. At 2 o'clock, it'll be a 4A semifinal between Gulliver Prep of Pinecrest and Fort Myers Bishop Verot. At 5 o'clock, the other 4A semifinal between Keystone Heights and Florida High of Tallahassee.
Keystone Heights, you might know them a little bit.
Yeah, I know them a little bit. I can throw a rock to the school. And then in this other semifinal for 7A, or excuse me, for 8A, it's Mandarin of Jacksonville and Plant City of Durant. That's at 7 o'clock. So 4 games on tap on Sunday, Mother's Day. This one's popped up. Was it caught? It was.
Danielle Yost.
Over in foul territory. So Baker put out for the first out of the inning.
You can see real here on the bottom left ankle, they got a rubber band around their sock. They're starting their own tradition. Don't ask me what it's supposed to signify.
Okay.
But when we get a closer look on their left ankle or up on the stirrup sock is a rubber band. I have no idea what it's.
Is that a pitcher's thing or?
All of them have it.
Oh, they all have it.
They all have it.
Okay, I can see it now. We can see
just
right
start looking
there,
and
and
you'll see
number
it.
16. You can see, kind of see it on that left leg. See it clearly there. You can see it on 14 a little bit too. This one is fouled first base side. Austin West, the batter, the catcher, is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third.
When you walk into Bartow, they have a big board, and it's got all the athletes who's going off to college, and it's got all his records, all their records.
Swing and a miss. Lauren West with yet another strikeout, at least 1 in every inning, and that's her 7th of the game. There's Lindsey Worm.
Lauren only a junior, but she's going to get a pitch for a few more years after this, I believe.
I was asking Coach Rutenbar about Lauren, and he said that she wasn't super consistent until the last game of the season against Lake Wales when she won 4-2. Gave up a home run, but only a few hard-hit balls, and now in the playoffs really coming on the last 5 games.
He was pitching Rachel Emmig some with her, and then all of a sudden one game she was over at the house and she said, Coach told me the ball's mine for the rest of the year now. So I think he put the responsibility on her, and she's responded.
I was going to say she's handled it pretty well. She's already got Worm behind in the count. The 1-2 pitch. Hit over to shortstop. Fabrizi on to first. In time. 6-3 on the put out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Well, if it hadn't have been for the error by Lauren West last inning, that would be her third consecutive inning that she retired the side in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And need I say the no word?
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now at the end of 4. We head to the top of the 5th.
I was almost going to say when you said about there, I said, no, be quiet.
Yeah. Bartow leading it 2-0. Yellow Jackets will send up batters 4, 5, and 6 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Bartow's been hitting the ball and getting base runners on. And
well, they have. I mean, they've had at least 1 hit in every inning. And they had 3 last inning and 3 in the 3rd.
And got the run they got last inning was basically from the bottom of the order. Hemming started off, and then Brown got a hit, and it put Brittany Meadows in. Dion got on a fielder's choice. The bottom contributed.
Well, and everyone but the 7, 9, well, and the 5 hitters have gotten a hit. And the 5 hitter, Blaha, would have gotten a hit, but that was the runner interference.
It was a hit taken away by them.
Fabrizi 1 for 2 in the game. First pitch, or next pitch rather, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fabrizi
just responded when he moved her to 4th, like, yeah, that's where I'm supposed to hit.
And she batted 2/3 of the year, batted 8th.
Yeah.
Was batting around 200. Moved to 4th. And really caught on. All the talent in the world, according to Coach. Swing and a miss there.
Yeah,
and then strikeout number 4 for Martin.
We jinxed that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Never fails, never fails.
But again, according to Coach Rutenbar, has all the tools. Good student.
A freshman playing in the state and got her RBI in a hit. So
yeah, she came through with a big single in the 3rd. Drove in a run. So 1 out for Cheyenne Blaha, who is looking for her first hit today. As that one is bounced over to 3rd, kind of snow-coned in the glove by Hamilton, but she makes the play. 5-3 for the 2nd out of the inning. Two outs, but here's a tough out.
Yeah.
Rachel Emig is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a run scored. First pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. Again, Coach Rutenbar speaks highly of her too. Very talented player. As much natural God-given talent as anybody. Can throw, good hands, good bat, good glove.
Bartow had played Lakewood Ranch. They played Ugali. It didn't do anything. The next game, Coach took 5 of the starters and sit them. Didn't play them. And then brought them back in against Lakewood Ranch, and they just jumped on Lakewood Ranch. So he got their attention well.
That one hit foul at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Bartow with a single run in the 3rd and 4th innings. And the pitch. Ground ball, right side. The second baseman, Clinty, can't make the play. That'll be an error. So Emig has reached base safely all 3 times she's been to the plate.
And she hustled down there to help make that possible. You can see she's a tall girl.
There's Taylor Wagner, the right fielder. as that ball hit into right center field for a base hit. First hit of the game for Wagner.
Two outs. That brings McKenzie back up. Got a single last inning, so I'm sure Coach would like to see one more out of his designated hitter.
First pitch to the freshman is high for a ball, 1-0. Great shot there from the outfield. Our crew's done a great job.
Yeah, I said earlier, watching during the week, the camera angles and the just how they're capturing the girls, and the engineering has been just tremendous.
Next pitch, actually it is called for a strike. One and two. The 1-2 pitch. Down low, ball 2. So Bartow continues the string, at least one hit in every inning. The 2-2 pitch, that's low for ball 3, 3-2. And the error has helped open the door now.
I'm sure Coach would. Oh, they got that a hit. Okay.
Well, there's ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
McKenzie worked that at count.
I'm not sure why they would have scored that a hit, though.
Well, that's Bartow guys over there.
I mean,
I thought it was the air myself.
It hits it in you in the glove, and
she kind of came up with it too quick.
Yeah,
came I had it down in mine too.
I'm going to score it as an error. We'll call it unofficial. How about that?
I always do mine, and then I ask Coach to send me the stat to see how close I was.
Well, I've often said one thing.
And Rutenbar's real strict.
Yeah.
You got
one thing I've always said I never want to be, and that's the official scorekeeper.
Yeah, yeah.
Bases loaded for the number 9 hitter in the order.
And this is the one you said need to get the hit, so it's
yeah. She is, other than Blaha, is the only one without a hit. Bases loaded, 2 outs, swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Samantha Martin as she works out of a jam. So unofficially,
unofficially, yeah. Well,
we'll have no
majority
runs
rules or whatever.
On 1 hit, 1 error, or 2 hits, depending on how you want to look at it.
Great graphic there, though. 10 hits.
10 hits in the game for Bartow. Actually, they strand 3, Don, and they have actually left 10 on base.
Yeah. It's I'm going to jinx them when I say this. For it to only be 2-0, it's been a dominant game right now.
You're right. The score a lot closer probably than it actually is.
See Chamberlain coaches getting up, and I don't know if they're leaving and got chilly or think, yeah, we're going to play Bartow the first game of the year and the
Maybe
last.
They're going to go back and watch the rest of it here on the FHSAA network.
They played the first game in the preseason. Know each other very well.
You know, as many base runners as they've had, really, they only may need just a 1 run. Yeah. The way Lauren West is pitching right now, she has struck out 7. She hasn't walked a batter. She did hit 1, and she faces batters 6, 7, and 8 here in the 5th inning as Anna Martin leads things off. So Chiles trying to get a base runner because they haven't had but 2. This one's popped up, and the second baseman.
The speed again at Deanne Davis, huh?
Yeah, good play there for the first out of the inning. 1 gone for Allison Van Atta, the designated player. Got a good look there at Davis, the sophomore. Van Atta, one of the strikeout victims.
Some of the, I told you earlier, we had this Wagner bonding help raise funds quite a bit for the high school with selling the signs and all, and the high school is staying right over in the Hampton, right next to the complex. And I'm sure Chiles is staying. They did. A lot quieter crowd than we were earlier, huh?
Yeah. Speaking of quiet, how about Austin West, the cleanup batter for Chiles? She's 0 for 2. She signed with Auburn last year. Career home run leader has been quiet tonight, but nobody has been able to get a hit so far against Lauren West. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on base. Chiles running out of outs as that one's high for a ball. But because Bartow has left so many on base,
they've left the door open.
They have. Chiles very much alive in this thing. Called strike 3. West with the inside pitch. Once again, another strikeout for the 5th consecutive inning.
8th strikeout of the game.
1 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 here in the 5th. 2 outs. Here's Justine O'Connell, the right fielder, a junior. This one's popped up, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. And asking Adam Rich to talk about his opponent Bartow tonight, he told me, you know, that's a storied program, and he said it's a program that you want your program to be like. He said he expected 700 fans tonight since it was close to Clearmont. He said we have to play our A game. They have the experience factor, but if we can overcome that, then we can play them.
Somebody put on the board from Chiles a couple comments, and Bartow's kind of used those to fire up the girls a little bit. And I won't go into a lot of detail, but
I wonder if was that a Chiles fan?
It was on their webpage.
That will do it.
Strike them out.
Here in the 5th, Lauren West sets them down in order, 1, 2, 3. As we head to the top of the 6th, Bartow still out in front, 2-0 here on the FHSAA network. This is a Class 7A state semifinal game for the National Training Center in Clermont. Mike Rideout along with Don Stratton. Glad you've tuned us in. So as we head now to the top of the 6th inning, Bartow will send up the top of the order. Wind continues to blow right to left and blow out here at the ballpark.
You know, when you're talking fundraisers, the 10-year-old Bartow team is having a golf tournament tomorrow morning and doing concessions at the ISA tournament to raise money so they can go off and play this summer. So
okay.
It's a continuous cycle, I guess you would say.
Now that 18 holes, they play 18 holes, they won't be able to come watch the championship.
No, it starts in the morning. They are.
Okay.
Because they were talking about, should we cancel the golf tournament?
Yeah. Here's Wanda Darby, the center fielder, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Darby's 2nd hit of the game, and for the 6th consecutive inning, the Yellow Jackets have gotten a hit. Infield was drawn in, but she's able to slap it over everybody.
Every inning's hit, but you keep waiting for him to have that big inning, it looks like. And
here's Danielle Yost. She's 1 for 3. She's going to look to sacrifice.
which means coach realize how important and how hard these runs are to come by, trying to get her down to second.
And the pitch. This one is going to drop. Everybody's safe. That will be a base hit.
Yeah, that one is a base hit. By Yost, and with 2 on and no out, you think this might be a bunting situation, but you got Shelby Duncan, your leading hitter, leading RBI person, who's hit the ball well twice. I don't know if you don't just let her swing.
I would let her swing away. She leads the team in hits with 53, leads the team in RBIs with 29, leads the team in average batting 500 on the year. You know, how do you take a bat like that out of their hands? She also leads the team with 6 triples, also has 4 doubles on the year. I let her swing away. She's 2 for 3 in the game. Got to go with a hot hand.
Yeah, and she's your senior leader, so if that don't get you some swings.
So this is a big out here for Samantha Martin. 2 balls, no strikes, with runners at first and second and nobody out. The 2-0 pitch. Line drive, low line drive that's going to get to the gap. Out in right center field, 1 run scores. Run number 2 comes home. It's a stand-up triple for Duncan. Bartow leads 4-0.
And I guess Coach got our message. He let that senior swing away, and she came through.
That she did. And there they go with the laps again. Timeout for a conference in the circle, including the outfield.
You don't see that many times.
No.
This could be, from a coaching standpoint, we've come back. We can get 4 runs. Don't give up. The game's not over. Trying to get her team mentally back into it before Bartow gets any more runs. A lot of times young athletes, and they're not young, they're senior laden team, but a lot of times when you get in this situation, you relax just a bit, and next thing you know, it's twice as bad.
Well, Chiles scored 5 in their last game, a win over Lake Howell. They also scored 7 in a win over Jacksonville First Coast in the regional finals. They scored 7 in a region quarterfinal win over Fletcher. So you're right, they can put some runs up on the board.
Yeah, you don't get to be number 1 and defeat.
They've hit 23 home runs. The wind's blowing out. All it takes is get a couple players on base and anything can happen. But they've got to stop the bleeding. I mean, Bartow has been nonstop in attack mode.
Yeah, but Bartow's kept the pressure on him.
Yes.
And it's hard to play like that because.
Here's Tony Fabrizi, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Runner at third with nobody out. Swung on and hit out of play left side.
Well, we see the Bartow guys that's running the lap standing out in left field. I wonder if they know something we don't.
Maybe they got tired.
Two of them had a flat or something.
Yeah. The 0-2 pitch. Called, strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Samantha Martin and the Timberwolves. First out of the inning. And we'll bring up Cheyenne Blaha, who...
And you know, Coach wants that run on third. That's a...
Yeah. Blaha, one of only 2 players today not to get a hit. And the first pitch.
And has hit the ball hard twice, but like the first time was the fielder's choice, and then the other one bounced right up and
went off the
Chiles made a great play
of Martin. Yeah, and the second baseman threw her out. 1-4-3 as the 0-1 pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at third. 2 runs in on a triple by Shelby Duncan. 4-0 Bartow with a run in the 3rd and 4th innings, and they're going to play the 3rd run in the inning here in the 6th. A base hit for Blaha. So now all but the number 9 hitter in the order has hit. A base hit and an RBI.
This may be that, and then there's the other two. I guess that they needed that hit to exchange sights or something.
They're having a great time out there. Here's Imig, excuse me, as that one is hit foul down the right field line. Imig is 2 for 3. Maybe 3 for 3. Originally scored a hit on a ball that was hit to second. We felt it was an error. Well, they got 13 hits on the scoreboard, and I think they changed it. Five runs on 13 hits for Bartow. Swing and a miss. Another big strikeout for Martin. 2 outs. And that will bring up Taylor Wagner, the right fielder. 6th strikeout of the game. Actually, 7th strikeout for Martin. As that one hit over to third, the throw is in time. 5-3 on the putout. That will do it, but Bartow strikes again. 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors. 1 runner was left on base. Bartow with a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Chiles down to their final 6 outs of the season. The top-ranked team in Class 7A needs a hit.
Yeah, I guess we can say now they haven't put the bat on the ball very well so far tonight. Or you can say Lauren West has kept them off balance.
She's done a great job, and Lauren has struck out at least 1 batter in every inning. 9 strikeouts in the game for Lauren West.
Of course, Lauren told me when she gets the lead, it really makes, in a pressure situation, she said it really makes it fun because you can mix up your pitches so much more and you can spot them a little different.
Kayla Junker, the center fielder, will lead things off. Actually, no. We have a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
This will be 23, not 25. And that will be Kayla Sostry.
So Coach Rich is going to his bench trying to generate
Sostry.
Trying to generate a little offense and see if he can spark his team.
That's why I wrote them phonetically. Sostry puts one out. It's going to be a tough out. She's going to be... No, they called her out. Wow. I thought she was safe at first base.
Fabrizi fired it over there, but that was one of them bang bangs, and I'm not sure which way the bang went. Evidently she's out, but...
Well, that would have been their first hit of the game. Instead, 1 out. And here's A.J. Hamilton, the third baseman. Hamilton 0 for 2. Lays down another bunt, and that one's going to go foul. She's got good speed going down the line.
It almost appears, I don't want to jinx Lauren West, that Coach Rich is thinking his team maybe can't hit him, so we'll try to play small ball and bunt him, see if we can generate some base runners.
According to Coach Rich.
And if they've hit that many homers, they haven't bunted a whole lot.
Yeah, right. A.J. Hamilton has been a nice surprise to have her back. She played varsity her freshman year, didn't play the last 2 years, so she could focus on travel ball and flag football. She quarterbacked the team to the regional semifinals this year. That one's bunted up in the air. A diving catch is made by Yost. That's the second time we've seen a Bartow player diving in the infield and making a catch.
Yeah, the girls have really shown that they're the will to win tonight somewhat, huh? And when you see them tomorrow, You don't see them same marks because they won't wash the uniforms either. Superstition.
Yeah, baseball players, softball players, the most superstitious of all. 2 outs for Aaron Clenny, the second baseman. And again, they take away another hit.
Yeah.
Clenny is the only senior not signed, but actually doesn't want to play at the next level. She wants to be a vet. She's a great student, wants to focus on academics. And she's out on strikes on a high pitch. Didn't mean to, but Lauren West continues the streak of at least 1 strikeout in every inning. A 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the final inning. Bartow out in front, 5-0. Chamberlain awaits the winner for the Class 7A championship tomorrow night. Chamberlain, a 13-8 come from behind win as they trailed 8-4. Got a grand slam to tie it at 8, and then one going away, 13-8.
Chamberlain and Bartow played the first game of the season in the preseason classic, but you know you're not the same team, either team.
Right.
So I don't think probably either one of them put a lot of stock in that, although they are quite familiar with each other.
So Bartow will send up 8-9-1 in the top of the 7th inning. Mackenzie Brown will lead it off.
And Max got a hit in the, the 4th inning and walked in the 5th. So not a bad outing, although Coach would like to see her get another hit, so he feels easy.
Well, Bartow has had at least 1 hit in every inning. And the amazing thing is, just over the last 4 innings, they've had 11 hits.
Well, it's not a lot of runs, but this may be the game Coach said he was looking for.
Yep, he said they hadn't played their best game yet, but I tell you, it doesn't get much better than double-digit hits and a no-hitter in the circle.
Yeah. And when you got players diving and making catches like that, it's your hard team to
right.
beat.
The effort is there too, and you know that to get at least 1 hit in every inning. 1 out. Here's Deion Davis, who is the only player not to get a hit, and that's going to be a tough play.
A hit with her speed.
The throw to first, not in time. So everybody 1 through 9 has gotten a hit tonight.
And I believe that's the first game this year we've had that where it's we've had games where we thought it was a complete team win, but when all 9 get a hit, that is a team.
I think, you know, if we ask Glenn Rudenbar after the game, he would probably say that's our best game we played. Yeah. As that one is hit up the middle, but close, but not in time.
The speed of Davis, huh?
Baker couldn't get to the back before Davis got in there safely. A fielder's choice for Darby. Runners at first and second with 1 out. As we're at the top of the order, here's the second hitter in the order, Danielle Yost, the junior, with a couple of hits. But both of them, one right down the first base line that stayed fair because the wind kept it fair, and the other was a bunt single, her last at bat. She's also scored twice.
And made a great defensive dive.
That's right. She made a great play defensively, taking away a hit, preserving the no-hitter for Lauren West. The 1-out pitch, bunted foul. Oh, they got 50. Okay, they changed it. I'm saying they had 15 hits up on the board. I only had 14. They just changed it. 14 hits tonight for Bartow.
Well, not because it's Bartow, but anytime you're in a state tournament and you get 14 hits, that's impressive.
Especially when everyone in the lineup is hitting.
And after the games last game, there was maybe 3-4 hits in the whole game of 2 great pitching efforts.
Good play defensively there. A line drive to Clenny, and Clenny quickly gets it to Baker. Double play to end the inning. But the Timberwolves need 5 runs to keep their season alive. in the inning for Bartow. No runs on one hit. There were no errors, and one runner was left on base. We head now to the bottom of the 7th. Chiles will send up the middle of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Katie Baker, Austin West, and Lindsay Werr. But of the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, only one, Baker, has reached base safely, and that was on a hit batsman.
I got a text from a buddy in Illinois watching us.
Well, hello, Illinois.
So you might be warmer than us.
It's been cool tonight with that wind blowing. You need the sweatshirt tonight. You could get away with shorts still.
Yeah, it's okay, but yeah.
But you still need a sweatshirt.
I figured the sale tent would be a little busier out of necessity, whether they needed a souvenir or not. 10
strikeouts tonight for Lauren West. As you take a look at Katie Baker, ready to lead things off, the sophomore. Hit by a pitch in the first inning, popped up to the first baseman in foul territory in the 4th inning. And the first pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0.
3 different kind of ball games we watched today in a row. 3 different, distinctly different, enjoyable ball games.
Yeah. That one swung on, hit back to the seats. Baker hits this one foul down the right field line. Baker, one of the best athletes on the team. I mentioned earlier that Coach, and we pointed it out too, Coach wears a helmet over there at third because of her. And when he got hit against Fort Walton Beach, he said, that's it, I'm going to put on a helmet from now on. And you know what?
I don't think he has it on now. I think he's got his ball cap.
You're right. He doesn't have it on right now. Well, maybe that's a sign. You know, he's sending a message to the team.
Coach trying to do anything. Well, with coaches, you don't put anything past them. You're exactly right.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch, fouled back.
I know to be so dominant, he's going to tell you, I'm proud of my team. They had a great season, but you're disappointed. And to go out this way, you just...
First ever appearance. You know, I'm sure they're happy to be here, but they wanted to win.
And this might be a little more experience over the awe of being here.
I think so too. The experience factor has certainly played out for Bartow. They've had a large contingent of fans here. That one hit high in the air deep, but that one's almost caught.
Yeah, Blaha down there.
Well, Blaha made a nice run to get to it, and I thought she was going to come up with it. First, I thought she had no chance. I think she did too. Looks like she may have ran into the fence or run into the fence.
Coach Rutenbar passed this out. Are you going to be thrilled with being there? It's just another game. Blah, blah, blah. The different things about trying to say you got to block off everything. It's just go out there and play like we're playing. And
looks like Cheyenne is okay. The 3-2 pitch again popped up first base or third base side. No one will catch up to it. That no man's land over there. It remains 3-2 to Katie Baker. Katie Baker batting .405 on the season, but looking for her first hit today. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. Popped up. It's the first baseman calling for it. Yost will make the catch. 1 out. Bartow 2 outs away from getting back to the state championship game.
Well, you know, after the games, the press gets to talk to the coach and he can bring some players. Certainly you might want to consider taking Lauren over there. Of course, could be anybody.
Yeah.
Rachel Emmy, great game. Shelby Duncan, good game.
Austin West, the batter, swing and a miss at the first pitch, strike 1. Austin West has signed with Auburn, signed last year. She played travel ball and her team won the national championship. And she's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Been all Big Ben in Tallahassee all 4 years. Second team All-State last year. An RBI machine, 38 on the year. The career home run leader, 12 for her career. Her sister Taylor, who played at FAMU, was the career home run leader. This one's popped up back to the seats.
Right by the concession line. Earlier, that would have wiped out about 6 people.
But Austin eclipsing the mark that her sister had set. That one is taken for a ball. She's played varsity for 5 years. That one hit out of play.
Remind everyone watching this now and watching a playback, you can go back on here and order these.
Yep, FHSAsports.com. We'll put the graphic up a little bit in just a few minutes before we leave the airwaves, so you'll know how to order your copy as that one's hit out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on base. Bottom of the 7th. Chiles trailing 5-0.
I guess we could put a plug in for beef. So it'd be okay to send up wings with somebody tomorrow.
They could send us some wings.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I could drop by and pick them up on my way up.
Send the entire Play On Sports crew. I want to look out for our boys that are working the game tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Austin West 0 for 2, a ground out to third and a strikeout. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 11 strikeouts for Lauren West. Bartow 1 out away from a championship date with Chamberlain. It's up to Lindsey Worm, the left fielder.
So this is the game Lauren will remember, huh?
No question.
Can't get much more dominating.
She has been dominating here tonight.
Bartow crowd on their feet there, you see.
As that one is going to miss for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Lauren West, 1 strike away now.
Can you say it yet, or we're going to wait for the...
From a no-hitter. We can say it now. She's got it. She strikes out 2 in the inning, and Lauren West with a no-hitter.
No-hitter in the state. That's a rarity usually.
The final line total, 5 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for the Bartow Yellow Jackets. No runs, no hits, 2 errors for Tallahassee Chiles. Congratulations to the Timberwolves, though. A great season. Their first ever finals appearance comes up just a game short of reaching
just weren't there tonight.
The state championship. Yeah, and Lauren West was on tonight. There's your final line total. The season ends at 27-3 for Chiles. Bartow now 27-4 will play for the Class 7A state championship tomorrow night at 7:05 against Tampa Chamberlain. Chamberlain a 13-8 winner earlier today over Cooper City. That's going to conclude our coverage here on day 5. We invite you back for our championship games. 4:05 tomorrow afternoon for the 3A championship game, followed by the 7A championship tomorrow night at 7:05. Don't forget, you can buy DVDs of this broadcast by going to FHSAAsports.com. Now speaking for my broadcast partner, Don Stratton, and our entire Play On Sports crew, I'm Mike Rideout. Once again, the final score, Bartow 5, Chiles 0. Good night, and God bless.